Hello, everyone. My name is Deborah Cumberledge, and I'm the Youth Outreach Specialist for the Adams County Public Library. Thank you for joining me today. We are talking all about camping today. Have you ever been camping? I have, and it's a lot of fun. One of the best things that I like to do while camping is to roast marshmallows. Oh, those are so good. And have s'mores. That's one of my favorite parts about camping. So today we're going to read a story about camping. It's about Mr. Mcgee and his dog, and they go on this nice, relaxing camping trip, and they end up having quite an adventure. So let's see what happens, okay? This book is called A Camping Spree with Mr. Mcgee. And this book was written and illustrated by Chris Van Dusen. And this book was published in 2003 by Chronicle Books. A Camping Spree with Mr. Mcgee. Early one morning at 7:03, Mr. Mcgee and his little dog Dee packed up the camper and hitched up the load, hopped in the Rambler and then hit the road. They drove to the mountains far from the sea for 2 nights of camping, or possibly 3. There's nothing like camping, said Mr. Mcgee. I know you will love it. Just you wait and see. The views are fantastic. There's hardly a sound. Aside from the wildlife, there's no one around. And the air is so sweet, you'll sleep like a log, said Mr. Mcgee to his small spotted dog. A few hours later, they took a sharp right and found a great spot to lay camp for the night. It was high on a hill with a beautiful view of Mount Adams, Mount Lincoln, and Jefferson, too. But perhaps the most wonderful feature of all was the brook that ran over a steep waterfall. Dee gathered pine cones and branches and logs. Mcgee made a campfire and cooked some hot dogs. And as the sun set behind far distant knolls, they sat roasting marshmallows over the coals. Those sound good. As the embers went out, they felt tired and dozy. So they climbed in their bunk beds, all comfy and cozy. But while they were falling asleep without care, along came a stumbling, bumbling bear. A kindly old bear, whose sight wasn't so clear. He couldn't see far and he couldn't see near. But he could smell marshmallows, sticky and sweet. This smell made him hungry. He wanted a treat. He sniffed out the place where the marshmallows lay, but the car and the camper were in the bear's way. Yet that didn't stop the sneaky old snitch. He simply tried squeezing right under the hitch. And as he was shimmying into the gap, he pushed up the hitch, which let go with a snap. Uh-oh, look what he did. Now that the camper and car were untied, they started to roll away down the rocky hillside. The car bounced away on the old logging road, while the camper was heading to where the stream flowed. It flew down the hill in a wild, bumpy ride, with Dee and Mcgee sleeping soundly inside. Look, there goes the car, and there goes their camper. They were snoring and snoozing, enjoying a dream, when splash went the camper right into the stream. Oh no! The splash shook the camper. They bumped out of bed. Now what in the world was that? McGee said. And when he looked out and saw where they were, his hair stood on end, and so did Dee's fur. They were caught in the rapids. But that wasn't all. They were headed smack dab for the big waterfall. Dee and McGee both started to quiver as faster and faster they headed downriver. But just when they thought they'd fall over the edge, oh no! Their camper got stuck on a rock at the ledge. So there they were, stranded, McGee and his pup on the top of a waterfall, 50 feet up. What will they do to get down? Meanwhile, that nearsighted bear from before was searching for one little marshmallow more. When lo and behold, as if out of a dream, he spied something sweet floating over the stream. But what the bear thought was a marshmallow treat was really the hitch and not something to eat. The bear was determined to capture his prize, so he jumped in the water right up to his thighs. He splashed through the stream to the edge of the fall and snatched up the trailer hitch, camper and all. Dee felt a tug. McGee heard a knock as the bear pulled the camper right off the rock. He dragged them both all the way back to the bank when he realized the hitch was not sweet, but quite rank. He spit out the hitch and left in dismay, while McGee and Dee's camper again rolled away. It flew down the path with a jolt and a jar. And stopped in some bushes right next to the car. Whew! Dee popped her head out. McGee looked out too. Had they really stopped rolling? Could it be true? At last, things were quiet and peaceful and still. They hooked up the hitch and drove off down the hill. And on the way home, McGee said to Dee, "That trip wasn't quite like I thought it would be." So when they got home with the sky turning red, they decided to camp in the backyard instead. The end. Well, I don't blame them for wanting to camp in their backyard after that adventure, do you? Well, I hope you enjoyed that story. Now we're going to sing a song. It's called A Camping We Will Go, and we're going to sing it to the tune of The Farmer in the Dell. All right? We'll go through it a couple times so that way you'll be able to join me, okay? A camping we will go, a camping we will go. Hi-ho, we're off to the woods, a camping we will go. You will bring the tent. You will bring the tent. Hi-ho, we're off to the woods. You will bring the tent. I will bring the food. I will bring the food. Hi-ho, we're off to the woods. I will bring the food. Great job, guys. One more time, okay? Now that you know what's going on. A camping we will go. A camping we will go. Hi-ho, we're off to the woods. A camping we will go. You will bring the tent. You will bring the tent. Hi-ho, we're off to the woods. You will bring the tent. I will bring the food. I will bring the food. Hi-ho, we're off to the woods. I will bring the food. Great job, guys. Thanks for singing with me. There's going to be a link down below for a craft you can make at home. I made one to show you as an example. It's a tissue paper campfire. All right, it's very simple to make. All you need is a piece of black construction paper, a couple popsicle sticks. You can paint them brown if you have paint. I don't have paint, so I used a marker to color them brown. And then you get tissue paper and cut it up into triangles. I have orange and yellow tissue paper to make it more look like a fire. And you just glue them on your paper, and then you are all set to have a campfire. But the detailed instructions will be in a link down below. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I hope you had fun. Please stay safe and stay healthy, everyone. Bye.